Themba Maseko says he lost his job as CEO of Government Communications because he failed to carry out this instruction from President Jacob Zuma.
He basically said, Gupta, and that was the end of the conversation.
Maseko says the president's call came on the very day he finally decided to honor a meeting with RJ Gupta.
When that call came, that's what actually made me even more upset, because I was on my way to that meeting. They must have communicated to the president that they're meeting me, and they then tried to call him to demonstrate their influence in the opposing government, so that by the time the meeting happens with RJ, I must have received a call from the highest office in the land to tell me to cooperate with them.
It wasn't long before Maseko would be called to a meeting that would signal the end of his career in the Zuma administration.
I then had a meeting with my minister, the late Minister Chabane, who advised me that in fact he's got an instruction to actually get me out of GCIS, and it's something that needed to happen with immediate effect. But the minister said he was not going to throw me into the street, so he said he's going to find an alternative placement for me. He was going to redeploy me to a different department.
When the ANC announced its own probe into state capture, Maseko was relieved. But that was short-lived. The ANC then washed its hands off the investigation.
I must say the initial emotion was shock, and then disappointment came. Finally, acceptance that in fact the ANC was not in a position to investigate this matter, and I just gave up on the process.
But he had renewed hope when Madonsela took over the probe.
I got the distinct impression that in fact the people who were interviewing me were very serious, they were very professional, and they were really prepared to get to the bottom of the issues that I was raising. They didn't just rely on what I was telling them, but they went on to investigate and test some of the allegations that I was making. So I remain confident that in fact the public protector will do the best they could do.
Maseko is aware that his optimism could quickly fade again.
What really concerns me is the statement that was attributed to the new public protector, which basically suggests that she says this will not be a priority for her. So that worries me, because on the one hand, if the president says it's too early to conclude the report and says the next public protector must complete the investigation, the new public protector suggests that this will not be a priority for her, which basically means that if the president has his way, according to the statement, chances are that this investigation could also take much longer than all of us wanted to. So that is a worry.
Despite this, Maseko says he's willing to give Advocate Busisiwe Mkhwebane the benefit of the doubt. Johannesburg.